Saturday. For some days already I had been leaving the door ajar while I wrote in my room, but only today did the trap work. With a good deal of additional fidgeting, shuffling and scraping to disguise her embarrassment at visiting me without having been called, Lo came in, and after pottering around became interested in the nightmare curlicues I had penned on a sheet of paper. Oh no, they were not the outcome of a belles lettriste's inspired pause between two paragraphs. They were the hideous hieroglyphics, which she could not decipher, of my fatal lust. As she bent her brown curls over the desk at which I was sitting, Humbert the horse put his arm around her in a miserable imitation of blood relationship. And still studying, somewhat short-sightedly, the piece of paper she held, my innocent little visitor slowly sank to a half-sitting position upon my knee. Her adorable profile, parted lips, warm hair, were some 3 inches from my bared eye-tooth, and I felt the heat of her limbs through her rough tomboy clothes. All at once I knew I could kiss her throat or the wick of her mouth with perfect impunity. I knew she would let me do so, and even close her eyes as Hollywood teaches. A double vanilla with hot fudge, hardly more unusual than that. I cannot tell my learned reader, whose eyebrows I suspect have by now travelled all the way to the back of his bald head, I cannot tell him how the knowledge came to me. Perhaps my ape ear had unconsciously caught some slight change in the rhythm of her respiration, for now she was not really looking at my scribble, but waiting with curiosity and composure, oh, my limpid nymphette, for the glamorous lodger to do what he was dying to do. A modern child, an avid reader of movie magazines, an expert in dream-slow close-ups, might not think it too strange, I guessed, if a handsome, intensely virile, grown-up friend... Too late. The house was suddenly vibrating with voluble Louise's voice telling Mrs. Hayes, who had just come home, about a dead something she and Leslie Thompson had found in the basement, and little Lolita was not one to miss such a tale. Sunday. Changeful, bad-tempered, cheerful, awkward, graceful, with the tart grace of her coltish sub-teens, excruciatingly desirable from head to foot, all New England for a lady writer's pen, from the black ready-made bow and bobby pins holding her hair in place, to the little scar on the lower part of her neat calf, where a roller skater kicked her in pisky, a couple of inches above her rough white sock. Gone with her mother to the Hamiltons, a birthday party or something. Full-skirted gingham frock. Her little doves seem well-formed already. Precocious pet. Monday. Rainy morning. Ces matins gris si doux. My white pyjamas have a lilac design on the back. I am like one of those inflated pale spiders you see in old gardens, sitting in the middle of a luminous web and giving little jerks to this or that strand. My web is spread all over the house as I listen from my chair where I sit like a wily wizard. Is Lo in her room? Gently I tug on the silk. She is not. Just heard the toilet paper cylinder make its staccato sound as it is turned, and no footfalls has my outflung filament traced from the bathroom back to her room. Is she still brushing her teeth? The only sanitary act Lo performs with real zest? No. The bathroom door has just slammed, so one has to feel elsewhere about the house for the beautiful warm-coloured prey. Let us have a strand of silk descend the stairs. I satisfy myself by this means that she is not in the kitchen, not banging the refrigerator door or screeching at her detested mama, who, I suppose, is enjoying her third, cooing and subduedly mirthful telephone conversation of the morning. Well, let us grope and hope. Ray-like I glide in thought to the parlour and find the radio silent and Mama still talking to Mrs. Chatfield or Mrs. Hamilton, very softly, flushed, smiling, cupping the telephone with her free hand, denying by implication that she denies those amusing rumours, rumour, whispering intimately as she never does the clear-cut lady in face-to-face talk. So my nymphette is not in the house at all. Gone. What I thought was a prismatic weave turns out to be but an old grey cobweb. The house is empty, is dead. And then comes Lolita's soft, sweet chuckle through my half-open door. "Don't tell Mother, but I've eaten all your bacon." Gone when I scuttle out of my room. "Lolita, where are you?" My breakfast tray, lovingly prepared by my landlady, leers at me toothlessly, ready to be taken in. Lola, Lolita. Tuesday. Clouds again interfered with that picnic on that unattainable lake. Is it fate scheming? Yesterday I tried on before the mirror a new pair of bathing trunks.